Hey guys, it's your girl Kiba right here in Kiba's place. And yes, as a child, I love cassava. So I bought me a big piece of cassava. And I didn't like any kind of just boiled cassava. And you give me that and I good. No, I like fried cassava. So today we're working on some fried cassava. Yes, see the big one that I bought? Yes, you're going to need a few ingredients. It probably take about an hour to boil and fry it. But yes, you need a little salt, a little pepper, pimento, onions, a little bit of chives. Yeah, you name it, you throw it in there. You might do some saltfish if you're lucky. But yes, I just want straight up fried cassava. So join me as I get prepped up, as I get washed up, and we'll be right back here. Alright, so peeling cassava can be tricky. For those of you who don't know. Alright, down the sides. And then I'm gonna need a smaller knife. Let's switch out. So the smaller you deal with it, you cut it towards the sides that you could deal with, because you have to rip out the skin, which is kind of layered. So you want, and you want to go around. So Spanish people will call this yuca. And this seeing all this cassava make me think of making some nice spoon. This is a nice cassava. I try to keep them in the same size, around as much as possible. Alright, so let's see. I've got them smaller when they come out the pots. Alright, and that's gonna be me. And you want to put some salt in the pot to boil it with, so you have less salt to cook it with. Alright, so I got my fire on. I'm waiting for that to boil, and then I'll go in soon enough, and then I'll prep the other stuff. And so my water is boiling, yes. So you want to put all of that in there. Probably gonna boil for about 20 minutes. Alright, let's go. We'll check the time. So after 20 minutes, this is what we have. All boiled, separated, and I have about half cup of oil that I'm going to fry with. Alright. And since these have already separated, this is what they look like when they're done boiling. If you want, you could take out these little middles, or you can leave it, but I like to leave it. So, and as you can see, this is a great cassava, great yuca. If you're watching this and you're from a different country, yes, this is also yuca. Alright, so I'm letting that oil heat up. I have a quarter of an onion dice. I have some pimentos, and I have a lot of chives, you know, depending on where you come from. We call these scallions in the States. I just use the top, and that's what we're gonna work on. So my oil is heating up. All right, I think we are very hot. I'm gonna put this back on medium heat. And there we go, we're gonna start with some onions. really want to get that translucent. Right, and then we want to add our cassava. A lot of time. It's about 3 pounds of cassava. You don't want to stir it. You want to let it cook on one side and then stir it as you go along. When it's almost done, you're going to add some. I have 1 pimento that I slice. I didn't dice, I just slice. And then I had these growing out in my herb gardens. And that's what's going to happen here. So yeah, you let it cook on one side. Kind of like fry aloo. And then you flip. Alright guys. So I have onions. Just onions, because you want the onions to be nicely done in there. So I let it go for 2 minutes. And then I flip. And another 2 minutes. Then I flip. You're going to take your fire down to about 3. It's a process, but I really like this. This is one of my favorite things to eat. Yep. Some people throw saltfish in there, some people do it plain and then they eat it with whatever, lentils or whatever. But I love me a good fried cassava. So yeah, boil no more than 18 minutes. This will boil because they will cut up so that they end up diced. Big dice anyway. Ooh, I smell those onions. Boy, do they smell good. I just want to turn it up just a tad bit. So my uncle used to put ketchup in it. I remember him doing that. He used to put a little ketchup in it and toast it up and, you know, give it a little color. So I want to do that today. Just a little bit. And now you're putting all your little trinkets and let that cook down. Leave a little bit for the top. Go ahead, follow pepper, optional. And remember we boiled it with salt, so you don't really need the salt. If you choose to, that's all you. So typical Trini now. You gotta put a little ketchup in it. Oh man, it smells so good, guys. A little onions, and you just let it consume. Oh, that's good right there. That's some good stuff. I'm gonna plate that up. We're gonna get right on eating. We're gonna thank God for today. And that's gonna be that. Melt in your mouth business. Yes, guys, you've seen it right here. I'll drop the recipe in the drop down. Not as nice as when my uncle make it, but I'm getting there. I'm gonna call him up. Uncle Squealer. If you know Uncle Squealer, he is the cassava man. Yeah, fried cassava was his thing. Guys, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, tell a friend, tell another friend. And I'll see you right back here in Kiba's place. Bye, guys.